Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is your boy, Red Death to the motherfucking animations, and this video is about me reviewing and giving my thoughts on Playboi Carti's most recent album. He finally dropped after a bajillion years, guys. Give it up for Playboi Carti. I Am Liar. It finally came out. Yeah, boy. Let's get it. We are gonna fucking review this shit. Man, let me tell y'all something about this album, right? I could have made this review on Friday when it came out, right? But I'm just like, you know what, bro? I was in the worst mood because Carti lied about this album a million times for the past 4 years. He lied. He constantly lies and lies and lies. After 4 years of being patient, I finally just like, that shit pissed me off. And then the worst lie yet, man, I was up past midnight waiting for this album, and then there was delays and delays and delays. In the middle of the morning, it was like 5 a.m. Nigga, I finally just fucking say, you know what, fuck this album, I'm going to sleep. It's gonna probably drop when I wake up. That's exactly what happened. Barely had any adequate sleep because I stayed up all fucking night for this fucking album. So when I first listened to it, after I freshened up, I was in a bad mood. I wasn't in the best mood. So when I finished the album, I felt the album was okay, you know? There was some slappers on there, but I didn't have the best feeling. I didn't have the strongest feelings. I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a few more listens, right? Give it a few more listens and then really, you know, collect my thoughts and just get this fucking review going. And I'll say this, right? By the time of this recording, like, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, like, half of the album is in my, I'm just gonna let y'all know that right now. Half of the album is in my playlist. And now, right before I even started the recording, I took off a song because it's kind of like, y'all know how a whole lot of Red grew on y'all after some time passed. The album grew on y'all. There might be some songs from this album I might want to take off from playlists because I thought they were pretty good at first. Now they're, you know, they're just boring. They're just boring to me. I looked at other reviewers to see what they thought about the album, like Anthony Fantano, Tyson, Nat, all these niggas. I looked at their thoughts and I realized, so I'm not tripping. My opinion seems to be valid. Bobbalam. Basically, if y'all want to know how I feel before I tell y'all how I feel about this album, look at Bobbalam's review on I Am Music and y'all gonna see that's exactly how I feel to an extent. I'm gonna split it like this, right? Again, this album is awesome, but it's just the constant delays, the constant lies, the constant all that shit. It kind of took away from the album a little bit. It took away, like, for example, right? And I get it, you know, you can't rush perfection. I'm not mad Carti took 5 years to make this album. You know, I'm not mad at that. I'm mad at the lies, the constant lies, nigga. At first, the first couple years, man, I was very patient. But then he made a song called 2024. He said 2024 music's coming out. 2024 has no fucking album. No album, no word from Carti on what the fuck happened. And then he finally drops early. No, that's latest. He finally drops because leakers were gonna leak the fucking album in some week. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. It took niggas forcing the album out for us to hear this. Carti couldn't just listen to his fans and give us what we wanted. He had to get pressured into dropping this shit. I wasn't in the best mood listening to this album. Now, I'll say this, right? Y'all see how the first song in the album was Pop Out or something like that? I think it was Pop Out, right? When I first heard that song on the album, I didn't have, like, I felt pretty neutral. But if that song dropped 2-3 years ago, this would have been the hardest song on the album. But you know how long 3 years is? Like, we all getting older. Our taste in music is kind of shifting and evolving a little bit. I used to be crazy, like I used to go crazy about the rock stuff, all that hard rock aesthetic stuff that Carti used to do in the Whole Lotta Red, Narcissist era. It was hard, you know, back in 2023 when he first like performed the song, right? If it was 2023, right? That the song was fucking hard, bro. Like the mosh pits and in the Rolling Loud, all that shit was fucking hard. That shit was amazing. But nigga, like I kind of moved on. Not that I wanted to move on from that rock shit, because that rock shit was some of the best parts of Whole Lotta Red. But I think over time, like, okay, 2021, when Whole Lotta Red was starting to get accepted, around that, now look, I loved Whole Lotta Red from the first instant when it came out on Christmas in 2020. I was one of the people that actually love that album the moment it came out. After several months passed into 2021, I found that I liked the more chill songs on the album than the hard, gritty shit. Like, I mean, but it was universally kind of accepted that Sky was the best song on the album. But overall, I like the hard, gritty shit at first. Now, and then around 2021, late, like in the middle of 2021, I shift to the more chill songs on that album. Also within that time, you know, Whole Lotta Red, like the leaked version of Whole Lotta Red, both V1, V2, that's what turned me into a Carti fan. I knew about Carti since like 2017, you know, when Magnolia and all that other shit. I didn't care about that song at first. Back in 2017, nigga, I didn't give a fuck about that song. I didn't see the hype, none of that shit. Die Lit came around, okay, I started seeing there's some good shit Carti did. But when Whole Lotta Red V1 came out, when like, you know, Pissy Pamper leaked, when I heard Molly, when I heard Cancun, when I heard Poppin' Bottles, and then 2020 when we started hearing some V2 leaks, nigga, I turned to a real Carti fan. That I turned, you know, like I was like, damn. And then when the official V3, you know, Whole Lotta Red, like the official rock shit came out, I was a real Carti fan right off the bat. The moment that album dropped, I was like, hands down. And then middle of 2021, I listened to Self-Titled and Die Lit and shit like that, and I began to see why people fucked with Carti so much. So I started to really like Self-Titled and Die Lit grew on me after I listened to a Whole Lotta Red several times in 2021. And around that time again, the more chill songs on Whole Lotta Red V3, like the official version, it grew on me more too. So it's very weird, you know. So maybe this album. Now, I will say this, overall, structurally, and just as a body of work, I Am Music is the best Carti album to date, you know, because put it like this, there's a reason this album has 30 songs. Carti knows that if he makes an album with one specific sound, there's gonna be people that, they're like, oh my god, where's the fucking rock shit, you know, where's the rock shit, where's the trap shit? So Carti said, you know what, I'm gonna bring all that shit into the album. There's some songs that were probably recorded 2021, 2022, and then there's others that were recorded 2023 or even last year, you know. He just wanted to satisfy everybody. So this album is not meant to be listened to its entirety. That's what Anthony Fantano's reaction taught me. He let his chat show him the songs they want him to react to. Not every song on that album is gonna slap. That album is more like, there's gonna be like 5, you know, Carti said it himself in his spam page, his little Finsta, whatever the fuck's called, opium, I don't even, there should be like some songs on there, like 5 songs on there that are slappers. For me, I've gotten older. I don't fuck with that rock shit the same no more. I don't, though I do appreciate he put it on the album. I've always wanted to hear pop out in an HQ version. I'm tired of listening to people remaster the performance version of the song. But that was all we had at the time, so I had to tolerate it. I found myself liking the more commercial pop songs like Rather Lie, I See You, Baby Boy. You know, I fuck with those 2 songs most. At the time of this recording, I fuck with those 2 songs the most. They're more chill, they're more structured, like they're better structured, they're more chill. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, imagine you just driving at nighttime. Maybe you're going to the store, or you're going home from work, or some other shit. You're going to a party, or you're leaving a party, or some other shit. It's nighttime. Play those 2 songs, for instance. Maybe even throw in Olympian. Is that the song name? Olympian, right? Maybe throw in that song into the car, like blast that shit, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Like when I hear the I See Baby Boy, like bro, when I was a little nigga, like I used to go to motherfucking, what's that store? El Dorado? I don't know if that's the fucking right store name. I don't even remember that shit, but it was like dark in there with night lights and that shit, and they were playing certain music in the radio in the store, you know, all that shit. Those songs gave me those vibes. You know how long ago that's been? It's been over 10 years, my nigga. Like, oh my god. And those songs, somehow, those songs, Lie Rather Lie, and I See Baby Boy, those songs in particular brought me back to those times. Like, that's how good the shit is. Same thing for Whole Lotta Red. When I first heard Whole Lotta Red, all that rock shit, it reminded me of some 2000 shit. It reminded me of some early 2010s, 2000 shit. Like, it brought me back to those old times, you know? So I fuck with that. The production, Carti's vocals, all that shit. I wish, see, when he previewed that Rather Lie song in Whole Lotta, in Rollin' Loud, I was under the impression, since people fuck with that song so much, Carti spent extra time restructuring the album to mostly make it sound like that. So that was part of why I didn't have the best feelings towards this album. I thought most of the songs would sound like, I'd rather lie to lose you, I'd rather lie, I'm sorry. I thought we were gonna get that shit for the most part, but I am proud he put those songs on the album. I thought he would take those songs off and look mysterious. Like, I thought he'd take them hoes off. Like, nah, nigga, nah, put them hoes back in that day. But fuck, I was just like, wow. Now, like, basically, right, if I had to rate the album, cause I know I sound disappointed. I'm mixed. I know that album is a fucking slapper. This album is amazing. I might not feel that way, but I'm just salty. I'm just fucking salty. Just me being petty as fuck. I think that if I give it time, I'm gonna feel it for real, right? I'm gonna feel it, and maybe if I do feel different, I'll make another review. But right now, I'm giving the album, like, if I had to try to not be so childish and all that shit, just be objective, I'm rating the album like a cool 8.5. That's above average. It's not mid. It's above mid. It's above average. Most niggas' albums are like 6s. Like, if Trippie Redd dropped an album right now, I'm rating that shit a 5. You know, like, cause he's not going as hard as he used to go back then, 10 years ago. He's not going as hard. You know, he's not putting a lot of thought into his albums no more. Same thing with a lot of the Pink Tape and shit like that. Lil Uzi, not much effort or thought. You know, like, yeah, it's just people doing the bare minimum to stay relevant. You know, Carti puts real artistic thought into his music. He puts real artistic thoughts. He's not just dropping music to drop it, nigga. He's making a statement. He's putting himself out there more. He's predicting what certain songs do. He thoroughly planned it. That's why this album took so long, cause Carti put like 3 new eras into this album. 3 or about 3 or maybe less, maybe more. There's the post Whole Lotta Red narcissist era. Then I think there were multiple versions of music, but Carti kept on pushing the album back to refine his voices more, come up with more ideas. So there might have been a V1 era in 2022, you know, and then 2023 might have been V2, and then 2024 might have been the official version. So he just put all these eras into the album, which was actually a good idea. I just hate that he kept on saying he was gonna do something, then he didn't do it in time. He didn't do it. He's not being straightforward with us. He's not being honest, and it just doing it for 4 years. I was trying to be patient with this nigga, but 4 years of lying, right? That pissed me off. Like, I can only be patient for so long with this. Like, come on now, stop it. Just be straightforward. Like, holy shit. Like, people are willing to wait as long as they can. You know how long it took Utopia to come out, nigga? I don't see people complaining about how long to wait. Because Travis Scott doesn't lie to his fans. If he does lie, it's not nearly as much hard. Like, come on now. Come on, stop it. No. If this album came out last year, like, I wouldn't be sounding this. You know, like, I wouldn't be sounding like, now, like I said, right, as of now, damn near half the albums on my playlist. I'm gonna keep listening. Though what I'm gonna do is, you know, I listen to the album like this. I'm gonna take the week to not listen to it. Let me refresh my ears. And then next week, I'll listen to the album again, and then I'll I'll see what songs to add and then take off from my playlist and whatnot. Yeah, because I hope I can get over the lies. Like, I hope I could get over the lies, you know. I hope I could get over all that shit and just have a refreshed ear for this album. But I am glad it actually came. This album, was it worth the wait? Hell yeah, it was. It was worth the wait. It wasn't worth the lies, but it was worth the wait. It was worth, because again, if he dropped one voice, one type of sound, people would be bitching and complaining. They would be like, they missed Dying Lit. We missed the old Carti. There were some songs on the album that was for the whole. There were some songs on the album that was for the underground. There were some songs for the average mainstream listener that listens to all these pop music, all the big rappers, mainstream. There were songs that were more experimental. There were songs that reminded you of a whole lot of Red, etc. You just gotta find which songs are for you. That's the point of this album. We gotta find which songs are best for you. So I really fuck. So yeah, I think that's all I say. I hope I didn't forget, but again, if y'all want to really understand what I'm talking about, most of what Bobbalam said on his review, it's pretty accurate to how I feel. You know, it's pretty accurate. The best songs on the album for me are the mainstream melodic chill shits. The I'd rather lie just to lose your girl. I fuck with that shit for more. I fuck with the they don't wanna be, they wanna lie to me. They don't wanna be, they wanna lie to me. See ya. Those are the songs I fuck with. Those are the songs for me. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your boys. Comment your thoughts below. What are your favorite songs? What are your critiques of the album? Y'all fuck with my critique. Y'all got something bad to say, good to say. Say what you gotta say. Let me know. I'll see if I can reply to y'all. Things like that. Let me know what y'all like. Y'all do is do. Peace out.